What do we have here? Oh no! While I was gone, the I don't know how much I want to leak. While I was gone, this might become a drama stream. The head moderator of r/livestreamfail was removed by the Reddit admins. That means it wasn't like he was voted out. These paid staff members at Reddit removed him specifically. His name was Stale2000. How do I know that? He's been following me since September of 2021. I have met this guy in real life, okay? Holy, he's got a message history, right? We've done stuff before. I once did a stream of like a mock job interview, a mock CS interview, and had him interview me like as a joke. So you can see, like, I know the guy. Why did he get removed as moderator? He's about to reveal it in this video. When I tried to watch this video off stream, I made it into like 2 minutes before I had to close out. So we'll see how far I can make it.
Editors could.
Yeah, I made it 3 minutes before I had to close off.
Mr. CEO. Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This
dude, he doesn't read his fucking emails, man. Dude, it's gonna be some fucking secretary. He's not seeing your video, dog.
This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform. But first, some background. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail.
Wait, that's just not true. There's r/gaming. Wait, what do you mean? You're not the #1 gaming subreddit. What? There's r/gaming. That's the #1 subreddit, wouldn't it be? Or is it like not as used as often anymore? I don't use new Reddit, so I can't see the stats, but isn't r/gaming a default subreddit? It has to be bigger. It's literally a default subreddit. Once he starts describing what happened, I'll be able to give in some more info, okay? LSF is bigger for weekly visitors. Oh, okay, so he's going by traffic. Okay, that makes sense.
Here's what happened. There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $1 Million Fan. It was basically a game show like Survivor or Big Brother where fans of a streamer compete in different challenges with an influencer or a streamer for various prizes. The kicker here is that there was a grand prize of $20 million, supposedly.
$20 million.
This was supposedly going to be aired on Amazon Prime, and it was also confirmed to be including a couple of mid-sized and large streamers like Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Extra Emily.
Okay, unrelated. Didn't Alexandra and Andrea Botez promote like a bunch of crypto? I feel like of all the people to name first, like name Extra Emily first or some shit. The first people you introduce is like the Botez sisters or something. Weren't you also invited to participate in this?
Canute and a few others. Additionally, the opportunity was supposedly brought to these streamers by a company called Mythic Talent, which is a well-respected streamer agency that represents hundreds of live streamers.
That's true. Mythic Talent is like one of the biggest talent agencies for live streamers specifically. Them and Loaded are the big two. I don't know who owns Loaded, but Mythic Talent is owned... I don't think people know this. Mythic Talent is owned by OTK. Like it's you know how OTK owns Starforge Systems? They also own Mythic Talent. So Mythic Talent is like legit. It's like a legitimate company though. Like a lot of big streamers, probably even streamers that you know, are part of Mythic Talent. Like I know Liam's part of Mythic Talent, right? So if you go to their bio, they'll say like for business inquiries, email Mythic Talent, right? Because they're the talent agency. They'll handle it all, right? Philena's Queso too. Oh yeah, Queso's Mythic Talent. Yeah. Queso's on Mythic. Sorry, I forgot Queso has an underscore in his name or some shit. Even like random streamers you never heard of, like Farfa, who's like the #1 Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber or Twitch streamer. He's oh no. Okay, well I guess he was Mythic Talent. Okay, I guess he's not Mythic Talent anymore. Oh shit. Okay. Well, most of them are on Mythic. Okay. I am not on Mythic because they sign like big creators. Generally, smaller creators are not going to ever be on talent agencies. So it's up to us to negotiate our own sponsors, to handle our own inbound emails, and navigate through all the scams and shit to find actual good sponsors. Who's this bald loser next to the LSF moderator? Bro, Look at my fucking hair. What do you mean? Look, I have luscious hair. You're not watching Squeaks, dude. You're on the wrong tab, man.
I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for livestreamfail, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers.
Okay, it's a fun, crazy gaming subreddit, right? That's what livestreamfails is about, right? Just cool, funny, crazy gaming moments, all right? Ice Poseidon sexually assaults another kick streamer in Chile. Dude, I didn't even plan this. I just pulled it up because I knew the first thing I'd see would not be gaming related. Morocco man abuses animal on speed stream. All right, shout out to Northern Lion, actual gaming clip. Okay, all right, cool. Jesus, see the first clip. Ice Poseidon commits a sexual assault. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, I don't think it's really gaming anymore. It hasn't been gaming in a while.
So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community in the subreddit. But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could be like a LSF-themed best clip contest. Like contestants compete in one of the kind of small challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end.
So he was going to have, so I guess he would be on the show, and like they'd have an LSF segment or something, almost like a sponsor, I guess. But like, that's where things get a little bit weird because like, can Reddit mods do sponsorships on behalf of the entire subreddit or whatever? Come on.
It was a stretch goal though. So I reached out to the organizers, and to my surprise, they immediately understood what LSF was, what power it had, and they even agreed to the stretch goal of like the cool competition to have in the actual show.
So you might be wondering, like why does this Reddit mod care so much, right? Why does he care so much, right? It's just like a moderator position. But I met the guy back in 2021, I believe, or 2022. It was one of the TwitchCon San Diego's where masks were mandatory. I remember that because that was the only TwitchCon I ever went to. The masks weren't the issue for me. It's just that there's nothing to do at TwitchCon. And I was at an after party, and I met this guy, Stale, and he was wearing like a purple shirt, or maybe it was red, I don't remember, but it was a shirt, and it had bracket, LSF bracket on the shirt. And I was like, oh my God. Stale, you have like an LSF shirt. I don't realize livestreamfail sells merch. And he told me, no, I made this shirt for myself since I'm the head mod of LSF now. Like so like this matters a lot to him, right? Like the fact that the first thing you do when you get head mod is you make your own custom merch to show LSF for yourself at TwitchCon. Like it's something that he really cares a lot about. Do Reddit mods get paid? No. But this guy, this is, I mean, obviously I don't know the guy's personal finances, but he used to work at Twitch, right? So like I'm sure he's got plenty of fucking money,
After they agreed to kind of a couple of these kind of requests that I had in my stretch goal, they immediately started moving very quickly. We wrote up an announcement and they wanted this out within like 24 hours. So we quickly worked to make an announcement together, and I posted it the next day. When I posted it, everybody in the comment section immediately yelled, scam, 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 scam. The thing that people were the most skeptical about was the $20 million grand prize. This initially confused me as well, but once I heard that, Amazon Prime was allegedly involved, I didn't necessarily think that the show was worth $20 million. But
$20 million
that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund.
But keep in mind, $20 million is just a cash prize, right? Which is kind of insane, right?
It. And, if LSF was involved, maybe it would actually succeed. Maybe my involvement alone could make the $20 million kind of investment worth it. Who knows? At least that's what I thought. Now, here comes the next part of the story.
Well, actually, we can't get to the next part of the story first, because remember, he was explaining that people were only telling him that the scam was that there was a $20 million cash prize, right? That was the only thing people were telling him. I'm here to tell you guys right now that I disagree. I think other people flag things to him beyond the $20 million cash prize. How do I know this? Oh boy. How do I know this? Gappy, do you want a chance to get on a reality TV show for live streaming fans with a $20 million prize? I get this at January 10th at 9:23 p.m. TLDR, make a video application of doing something creative and post it to LSF, or get your fans to do it or help you. Here's the link. It has Amazon Prime backing, so it's real. But the kicker is that I'm not sure how many people are even going to apply for this. So when I got this, right, I took a look at it, and as a smaller streamer, I'm like, hey, this could be huge, right? But there were two issues for me. One, I already did a show like this. It was called OTK Elevated. I got eliminated the first episode. It went horribly. One of the worst streams ever. But also it was OTK related, and I realized, like, hey, all these small streamer shows, nobody ever watches these small streamers after the shows. Very rarely does it happen. The winner of OTK Elevated on the season that I did it no longer streams. He retired from streaming. He straight up just quit because he for all sorts of reasons. He's a great guy, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't stream anymore. So I start taking a deeper look because I'm like, okay, what is this $20 million prize? $20 million is pretty crazy. So I replied with saying, sorry, man, I'm just not interested in being on LSF at all right now, given the direction it's gone. I think it's a net negative for my content to be posted there at the moment. If things get less political or vitriolic, then I'd reconsider. I'm just like, hey, I don't want to be associated with LSF. The shit's way too toxic. Fair point, right? But then I'm like, let me take a deeper look. Like, I'm just curious, like, who's going to be on the show then, right? Also, I started looking through the website. Thank God I took a screenshot. So here's the problem. He says nobody pointed out things beyond the $20 million cash prize. I pointed out to him explicitly also the fact you can buy entries in order to compete in the sweepstakes with, quote, emote packs that make no practical sense is really odd. They promised you could sign up to be on the show by purchasing an MDF $1 Million Fan emote pack. Each emote pack contains a collection of emotes with bonus entries for the selected streamer that they're purchased under. Emote packs 1 and 2 are shared between streamers. Creator emote pack has emotes unique to this chosen streamer for purchase. So you can buy emote pack 1 for $2, emote pack 2 for $4, and creator emote pack for $5.50. So they wanted me to spend, what, $9.50, $11.50 for these packs. Except there is no limit in the number of emote packs that can be purchased. So you were, in theory, supposed to buy extra entries in order to be able to go onto the show. That, to me, immediately signals this is either a scam or just straight up illegal because there are, like, sweepstakes laws in the US, right? That's why for things like McDonald's Monopoly, don't ask me how I know this, there is a way, there has to be a way to get free entries on McDonald's Monopoly. Don't ask me how I know this, but they are legally required to let you enter for free without a purchase. Okay, just stop saying of course, guys. Come on. I didn't even do it that often, man. It was only a few times a day. Okay, come on. Okay, so like that's how I knew immediately there has to be something legally sketchy with this, right? And anybody who reads this would also know this makes no sense. It's an emote pack that's shared between streamers. You can't share sub emotes between streamers. That's just not even a thing. How would they even distribute this? A 7TV emote is enabled for the entire chat room. How would they enable it for a selection of specific people? Clearly, this shit makes no sense. So I tell him straight up, I didn't even bring up the $20 million. I haven't even brought up the $20 million. I told him, in order to compete in the sweepstakes, you have to spend money on these emote packs to make no practical sense. There's no way to restrict who can use their sub emotes or 7-2 emotes on Twitch to a whitelist of just certain people who bought a pack. That is really odd. And even then I was like, hey, I encourage my audience now not to post on LSF because it usually gets instantly downvoted since it's not Hassan or Asman or extremely political. The subreddit isn't good for new streamers anymore. And if I were to post an entry, it would probably go straight to 0 and hurt my image or brand perception more than it'd help. Now he did send a reply saying, yep, no problem. LSF is pretty controversial these days. And then he replies related to the website. He acknowledges the image that I sent him. He knows I told him this. And yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the website, but a couple big streamers are involved and have announced it. So I presume their agents have done their due diligence and it's not a complete scam. What do you mean complete scam, dude? I just showed you, man. How the fuck would this make any sort of sense? But also, if/when more info comes out about the show, when more info comes out about the show and you don't think it's a scam, you can actually apply by posting a video to any social media site, X, etc. I would just post promoting the LSF1 XD, okay? I don't know how I replied from here. Yeah, haha, I think once LSF gets back to being a more general streamer subreddit, I'm happy to encourage posts there again. So I'm just like, okay, cool, let's diffuse the conversation. I'm not doing this. This seems like a scam. I'm done. Agents can be dumber than you think, though. They're just there for the money. The next day, January 12th. What the fuck? Less than 24 hours later, shit blows up on me. Okay, yeah. So, like, yeah, it was a scam. And not only did people point out in the Reddit comments and shit, and to be fair, LSF commentators can be kind of crazy. Not only did people point out the $20 million cash prize is unfathomable, like not even Beast Games is giving out like $20 million to the winner. I specifically point out on the website with a screenshot, you can't get this anymore, I think. I don't know if it's internet archived. They wanted you to buy entries with emote packs, which is just like not a thing you're supposed to do, from my understanding. So when he says in the video, oh, well, people told me about the $20 million thing, but like, hey, it's owned by Amazon, right? Who cares, right? It's just kind of ignoring the fact I pointed out to him, they're making you pay for entries and they're giving you like extra chances, a higher chance of getting in the more packs you buy for something that doesn't even make sense. Like Twitch doesn't have the capability for emote packs across streamers. That's just not a thing.
Things get a little crazy. The next day, a major live streamer who was involved in the show.
Maybe he messages a lot of people every day and forgot your message. Dude, it's literally within 24 hours. Maybe he didn't mention it in the video, but like I pointed out to him pretty explicitly. I pointed out to him 11th at 3:44 a.m. My sleep schedule's cooked. He responds at 12:10 p.m. and he acknowledges the website issue. And then 24 hours later, he's like, oh shit, it blew up on me. So, I mean, I think he knew.
Extra Emily said on her stream that she kind of saw all of these comments about people calling it a scam. And they even saw that, you know, LSF was involved. And this was apparently unacceptable to her, so much so that she was considering kind of dropping out of the show or kind of looking into seeing if kind of the whole thing was a scam or not. After seeing this, I brought the concerns to the organizers, and the organizers told me that they were currently in talks with the agents to resolve this. And they told me in no uncertain terms that the show was not canceled and was still going on. So me being somebody who didn't really have a lot of, you know, information into the situation, and me, you know, trusting these high-powered agents who represent these multi-million-dollar kind of celebrities, I trusted that they would kind of get to the bottom of this and kind of resolve.
I just feel like this is so like, so here's the thing, right? So people will say, oh man, these streamers are so stupid. Everybody who works in streaming is so fucking dumb or whatever. And now we're saying, oh, well, I trust them, you know, like they represent all these big streamers. They have to be smart, right? They have to be correct, you know? Like iShowSpeed has done like long time ago. He did a crypto scam sponsor once, and then he realized halfway through the stream it was a scam, and he kind of called it out, you know? Like, it happens. He would know this because he's watched Twitch for years, right? But like, he was very active in like the Twitch space. I mean, you would back then if you were a Twitch employee. Nowadays, if you're a Twitch employee, you probably don't even watch Twitch at all, right? But he's like an older Twitch employee who is very active on the platform. He would know this shit.
All these concerns quickly. During this time period, I saw and deleted a lot of unsubstantiated claims about the show and the mod team. There were accusations that I knew to be untrue, such that, you know, the mod team had accepted bribes. And what I can tell you, for those who, you know, may not believe that, for most moderators, I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, you know, random internet scams.
Okay. This is true. Like, I'm pretty sure the guy's loaded. Like, I think he just quit Twitch to go he did content creation and shit for a bit. I know because back when I had a LinkedIn account, he was posting on LinkedIn a bunch. Like, he would do like skits about the tech industry. Oh, I do parody videos about the tech industry and Twitch. let's see, interviewing at a stealth startup. Be like, I do remember this video. But this was the type of stuff he was doing for a couple years, I think, after he quit Twitch. Because I would see his skits being posted all the time. I don't know. I was talking to a Twitch staffer who told me, like, hey, did you hear about this shit, right? And I was just curious what the fuck happened, because I knew he was like a big, like, he was a Destiny viewer. I think he still watches Destiny. So I was like, hey, let me check the Destiny logs. Let me see how they're reacting to Stale. Dude, there's it's just hairline Pepe laugh, hairline Pepe laugh, hairline Omega Lol at Stale2000 hairline. Bro, what the fuck, you guys? Jesus, these guys, man. And then here's the crazy part. You might be wondering, if he's not getting paid, why did he give so much of a shit about this, like, random ass show, right? I didn't check the original log to make sure this is true, so I'm taking it at face value. A chatter quotes a log. Stale2000, I swear you all are going to take me serious when I'm literally in an Amazon Prime reality TV show. Oh my god. These logs are brutal, man. They're brutal, dude. Holy shit. LSF SOS, he'd be better making a new subreddit. I'm pretty confident I've told this to him multiple times, both in DMs, but also like on stream when he's been in chat before, back when he used to watch me. Is like, the issue is like, it's all the same political shit, right? You have to actively encourage people to post like other streamers, because otherwise, what's the point, right? If your posts are getting instantly downvoted to 0, and half the comments are just about Hassan's shock collar, right? Why would you ever post onto LSF?
Some sort of promotion.
Because back in the day, like, some streamers like Squeaks got a huge boost from LSF back in the day, right? That's how a lot of big streamers found him, and then he was able to hang out with all the peepos in Texas. We're back onto him explaining how everyone was telling him it was a scam about $20 million. I told him personally, and he acknowledged it, or acknowledged my message, that when I checked the website and I saw the screenshot, clearly there was these weird paid emote pack shit that makes no sense, and he just kept trucking.
The Reddit TOS or something, or maybe it's like an unspoken rule where if you're involved in some sort of promotion and it ends up not working out, or it ends up being a scam or something, you know, if you have deleted comments that have accused it of being a scam, well that, you know, shows a cover up or some way. It shows malice or bad faith or something. So that's why I'm kind of talking about this.
So to answer the question earlier from, I think, Blaster, it's not that he's still a mod on LSF. He was actively removed from the Reddit admin. Like, the paid staff members of Reddit removed him.
Finally, I want to end this part of the story by talking about how Moist Critical made a video critical of the situation. And then
he was critical? What?
About 30 minutes after this video got released, I got reached out by the organizers of the events and told that 5 live streamers in the event had dropped out, and that therefore the event was canceled and I should take down the post. In this video that Moist Critical had that was critical of the event, Moist Critical brought up points about how an image on the marketing page was AI generated, or that the domain name was registered in Iceland, or that basically just the whole thing, it smelled bad. That's what he did. He did this motion and he said it smelled bad. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I mean, I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. Now I want to stop people here, because this is very...
Well, I guess first of all, he's not like a journalist. Like, he's not going to do like reaching out for comments and shit. But 2, I hate to make it all about me. I straight up sent him the screenshot that says you have to buy emote packs, dude. There are no emote packs on Twitch. He would know this. He used to work at Twitch. He watches Twitch. I showed him a screenshot of the sketchy part where you're spending money on the shit.
Very important, and I think this is something that not a lot of people might have noticed. And that important point is that nothing in this situation has yet to be definitively proven as a scam. I repeat, there is no definitive, at least public information yet, that anything fraudulent, malicious, or illegal has happened in the situation.
I guess there's a world where 0 people bought these emote packs and therefore no one has actually been scammed. But I mean, like, I don't know how else you describe the emote packs where you would earn emotes that are shared between streamers, and they give you bonus entries to be able to represent your selected streamers, and there's no limit in the number of emote packs that can be purchased. but there are no emote packs, it seems. To our knowledge, there is no Twitch functionality or 7TV functionality to have a shared emote pack that's only available to certain individuals, like a whitelist. That's just a feature that doesn't exist. I don't know how else you describe that, right? Maybe his argument is that, like, oh, well, if nobody bought it, therefore it's not a scam. Okay, then you pitched a scam. You accidentally pitched a scam that thankfully didn't hit anybody. That thankfully had no victim.
Situation. The only confirmed things that we have right now is that I guess there was a website, looked a little weird, there was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled, and everybody got refunded. None of
I think it's missing the, again, I'm just trying to make this about me, because I don't know, maybe I'm just attention whoring over here or whatever. Like, there's definitive proof that what they were selling was... am I crazy for just saying it's a scam? Maybe I'm just misunderstanding the definition of a scam. Maybe his argument truly is that nobody bought it, therefore nobody got scammed. Like, this is a scam. Like, I don't know what MDF emote packs are. I don't even know that emote packs exist on Twitch. If they did, streamers would be selling them all the time. Like, it straight up is a scam. It doesn't even have to do with the AI generated shit or like the $20 million cash prize. Like, here they lay it out straight up with a buy now option to buy these like USD shit.
None of this is illegal. None of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words. And yes, in retrospect, there are certainly some things which we could call yellow flags or even red flags.
I guess you could argue, like, maybe it's not a scam. Maybe if you click the buy now button, it takes you to a Rickroll. The buy now option is cut off here. Maybe it like takes you to a Rickroll link, right? And none of us caught it, right? So it could just be that. But like, I don't know why he's arguing it's not a scam. It's like very clearly was. I don't think he was trying to scam anyone. I think he's just a moral amount. Oh, I agree 100%. Again, like, the guy is definitely loaded. He's not lying about that, right? I don't think he was trying to scam anybody.
I still haven't gotten confirmation about kind of the Amazon Prime kind of a thing. I think that is the biggest unknown right now is...
When did he make this? January 16th. Wait, what? I think he's just lying about this.
I don't know. I still haven't gotten confirmation about kind of the Amazon Prime kind of a thing. I think that...
So he says on January 16th, and maybe he filmed this earlier and that's why, but I don't know if he'd sit on it for 3 days. He says, I haven't gotten any confirmation as to whether or not Amazon Prime was involved or not, right? Or the Amazon Prime thing, right? But I told him, basically, frankly, if they're partnering with LSF, they don't really have much credibility. And at some point, he says here in the conversation, additionally, I think I figured out what happened. Initially, they told me and everyone else that Amazon Prime was involved. They only admitted to me later that technically Amazon Prime hadn't signed the deal yet. I could completely imagine the whole operation was honest and that it was intended to be funded by Prime, and they were playing it loose with that fact before a contract existed. Prime could pay a lot of money. So he knew that Amazon Prime hadn't actually signed any deal on January 13th, 2026. 3 days before he posted this. So he definitely knew, unless there's an idea that he filmed this on January 12th and waited 4 days, and in between those 4 days, he managed to find out this new information. But if that was the case, he's just filming in front of a green screen. He could even just make a little comment saying that update. So he definitely knew, from my understanding, based on the chat logs that I have with him, that he knew Amazon Prime had never actually signed a deal. It's not an uncertain thing. It's just true they had not signed the deal. Oh, sorry,
that is the biggest unknown right now is I don't know about this supposed Amazon Prime deal, if it exists or not, because maybe they were in negotiation with them. Maybe a contract was in the works, but hasn't been signed yet. I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to see. And then kind of I'll end the story by talking about why I got removed as the top moderator. I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting...
I just don't think it's alleged. That's the thing. Maybe maybe it's victimless, right? Maybe it's victimless, like nobody bought it. But it absolutely is a scam when I have the screenshot right here. I think that itself is the scam.
Reddit has all this flowery language about how kind of the code of conduct team is not here to punish you. It's kind of here to get you to act in good faith. It's here to kind of give you second chances and warnings and all of this stuff. And apparently all of that are lies, because I was not given any second chances. I was not given very much kind of descriptive examples of kind of what I did wrong, or kind of given any ability to kind of defend myself. I think
it's a liability issue. Like if you accidentally promoted a scam, like heads are just going to fucking roll, right? It could be really, really bad.
Just given a very vague description of, yeah, there's accusations about some fraudulent scam.
Because it's a liability issue, right? So same thing here. Like, yeah, of course they're just going to instantly remove you. It's not about second chance. It's about them covering their ass. It's a liability
takes
issue.
people's money and their PII, which means their name, right? Because you have to sign up with your name to join a contest. And so I have infringed on the code of conduct by promoting a game show where you have to put in your name or something, even though it hasn't really been proved to be fraudulent yet. And so it's a little disappointing. Now, here's the most important part of the video, Spez. This is a direct message to you and only you. I want to talk about how this
well, then we can't listen. Sorry, guys.
whole situation is a direct result of the lack of support that Reddit, the company, gives to its moderators. Yeah, I did the partnership. Yeah, I didn't look into this as much as I should, and I trusted kind of agencies and live streamers when I should not have. And I did delete comments, which I thought would have been borderline defamatory if the situation wasn't, I guess, a scam, even though it technically hasn't been proven to be a scam yet. But despite all of that, there is still massive kind of like problems at Reddit, the company, due to the lack of
like he's saying like, yeah, I did this, yeah, I did this, yeah, I did this, even though it's not a scam. I don't know why he's so insistent on saying it might not be a scam.
support that costs us.
What else would you describe it as?
But right before I go into the specific reasons of how this happened, I want to talk about why this matters in the first place. And this matters because Reddit moderators have power.
Oh God, I'm gonna. I think the way he's describing it is cringe, but it is actually unfortunately a thing. Like there is something on Reddit called power moderators, people who will straight up moderate for like 300 or 400 subreddits. And like the issue is if you piss off that mod in one subreddit, he'll ban you from all 400. It's definitely a legit thing. That being said, I wouldn't be like, oh, they have power, we got to treat them like celebrities or anything like that, right? We wouldn't treat them like celebrities. I just hate him saying what if the operation was legit, because like I'm just trying to fathom how would it be legit if it's an emote pack? How are the emote packs legit?
Or imagine it was, I guess, a scam through and through. Well, guess what? We were the ones to expose it and destroy it before it had the chance to cause any real harm. I mean,
but you exposed it by acting like it wasn't a scam, and then people were like, wait, this is a scam. Like that doesn't give you credibility, right? You're the one who introduced it.
Everybody got refunded after all. Guess things ended up okay. Right or wrong, you can think I'm a good moderator or a bad moderator. Let's circle back. Let's go back to the moderation situation. None of this would have happened if I had gotten support from Reddit. Do you think that I want to be the guy like going out, like messaging random people in Discords and LinkedIn's and trying to figure out kind of these partnerships? I don't. This is not my job. I am not qualified to do any of this. I am not a lawyer. I cannot read contracts to know what I should do or I should not do. I just want
Then don't do the gun. Then don't do it.
But apparently, I'm the only person out there who understands the potential that Reddit has. If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers that were helping me, like reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements, none of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened. And
okay, but I so he's not taking any responsibility? No, that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like, can't you just take responsibility over the fact that you shouldn't have spread this? But I guess instead he wants to say, hey guys, I made this mistake, but I wouldn't have had to make this mistake if you just guys cleared it for me. But I think the whole point of being a Reddit mod is your job is to moderate, right? Your job is not to secure partnerships and sponsorships and ads, for lack of a better word. That's what the Reddit ads team does.
And before you say it, I'm sure there's some employee at Reddit, the company, that said,
do Reddit mods get paid or no? They do not get paid. He's not getting paid at all. He did not even get paid by my understanding is that he didn't get paid by the scam at all.
It's like, oh yeah, we do that. That's my job. It's over here. Well, clearly you're not even doing 1% of what you should be doing because nobody uses these resources. Nobody cares. You are not doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk. Reddit needs to be professionalized.
Think about it. What? I don't know if I want to watch that yet. Think of it like Twitch mods. It's not my moderator's job to promote my stream. Their job, and first of all, it's not even a job. They're volunteering, right? Like, the mod's job are not to promote and market my stream. In the same way for Reddit, like as a moderator, your job is not to promote and market your own subreddit. Your goal is to moderate it, right? That's one of the best parts about Reddit is it's not just like everyone's trying to grow and get more followers or whatever. The best subreddits are the niche subreddits with like 1,000 users that are into like very specific shit. That is actually like the differentiating point of Reddit, is that it's not people who are just purely in it for growing their channels.
Doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk. Reddit needs to be professionalized and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me. That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault. It's your fault, Spez. Here's why. The controversial solution is...
But, I mean, yeah. That's kind of the appeal, is that like someone from like r/balding would be someone who's in the balding community, not just like a random professional mod. They don't want professional mods. That's exactly what they don't want.
just get rid of the bad mods with better mods or paid mods or do takeovers or more rules or something like that. But there are better solutions. You can train them. You can give mods infrastructure or pipelines or resources or real kind of material support and treat them as if they have the actual power and influence that they actually have. And so communities can rise to the heights they truly could. Moderators don't need Christmas celebrations or special badges or community or events or team building exercises. No, even the Reddit event budget is barely useful. No, they need real material support. That means...
Wait, sorry, Reddit event budget? They give you guys money to run events? Wait, sorry, what the fuck?
Access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So,
wait, sorry, what? Like treating moderators like celebrities?
Material support. That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So, an access to a bounty board or ad deals or...
Your job as a moderator, they're not gonna pay you, dog. No. Their goal, like, first of all, one of the big parts about Reddit is the fact that, like, this is probably an issue for the business model itself, is that it's not, like, people hate ads on Reddit. People hate when you self-promo and shit, right?
If you agree with anything that I said, Spez, well, you're in luck. I live in San Francisco, and I would be happy to talk to you in person or any Reddit product manager or employee at all, or on a call or something. That's my pitch to you, Spez.
Yeah, this is getting a little psychotic. I'm gonna be so real. Okay, this is getting a little questionable. Okay, yeah, they're definitely not gonna say yes to that. Like, period. They're just not gonna say yes to that, like, at all. But yeah, I think. I think people are giving him too much shit, acting like I think people are giving him too much shit in terms of the conspiracy shit, saying he got paid for it. Like, he definitely didn't need the money. I just think it was an honest mistake, and I mean, like, the mistake's just gonna cost him, like, head mod. Like, I don't know what else Reddit does. It would be crazy if Reddit kept the guy on who posted about a scam, you know?